Hi guys, I'm back again for another video today, and today's video is going to be my tips on how to grow your hair healthier, faster, stronger, thicker, and just as efficiently as you can. Now, it's obvious there is no quick fix for growing your hair long. I should know. I had my hair cut up into a pixie cut. I think it was October or November 2011, so that's 2 years ago. I'm going to insert a picture in now. So as you can see, my hair was pretty short, and in 2 years I've managed to get it from like there down to here. Okay, obviously my hair isn't like super duper long, but it's like almost boob length, so it's a length that people kind of class as kind of long-ish. So these are just my tips, and some of them are quite obvious and some of them might be new to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. My first tip is this: if you've had a bad haircut or a short haircut like I had, and you regret it and you're like, right, I want my hair to grow back out, you need to commit. You need to commit yourself 100% to the cause. This is very melodramatic, but you need to commit yourself to it, and you need to take the necessary steps to, right, this is it. I want this to happen. It's not going to be quick, it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to get there in the end. And there are certain things I think you should do. The first thing I said was no more heated tools. No more hair straighteners, no more hair dryers, no more curling irons, no more heat on my hair at all. Now that was hard. That's hard when your hair is like here, it's like super thick, it's really, really tough, and your hair looks really shit for a while, but you get through it. In the 2 years that I've been growing my hair, I'd say I've straightened it 10 times, maximum 10 times, probably more like 6 or 7 times in the 2 years. And one of those times was this morning, because obviously to make a hair video, you have to make your hair look decent. So even though I did use heat tools, maybe 10 times or whatever in that 2-year period, whenever I did, I used a heat protectant. So if you can't give up heat tools completely, cut down as much as you can and use a heat protectant whenever possible. This is the Tresemme one. It's the heat defense up to 230 degrees, and this does the job, and it makes you feel better about using your heat tools. Alternatively, how about some heat-free styling? These are the sleep-in rollers, and they're just kind of Velcro rollers with a sponge in the middle, so they're completely pliable. And you pop these in your hair. You curl them under, roll them up, and you sleep in them. Well, I look cool. And you sleep in them, or you leave them in your hair for a couple of hours, and you take them out and your hair is full of body, some waves, and it can look really, really good. These aren't the legit like Lauren's Way rollers. These are just the ones off eBay. I think they were like €6 or €7. So maybe consider alternatives to heat styling. My next tip is in relation to your scalp. If you use your Herbal Essences, Pantene, whatever shampoo you use, it doesn't really matter. They mostly contain silicones and conditioners and stuff that like can weigh your scalp down. So what I suggest you do is do a clarifying shampoo once a week or once every 2 weeks, just to clean out your scalp, leave your scalp completely fresh and open, and then your scalp can kind of develop further, and it gives a perfect environment for hair to grow. Any of the clarifying shampoos will do. They're usually clear colours. This is the Pantene Classic clarifying shampoo, and I only purchased this last week, so it doesn't really matter what clarifying shampoo you use. I also like the Ion one that's available in Sally's Salon Services. So I suggest you do a scalp clean every 1 or 2 weeks. Next is hair treatment and a hair mask, and this is the one I use. It's the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. It smells divine, and the smell really lingers on your hair, which is irrelevant really to the video. It smells really, really good. If I use this, say on a Monday evening, say on a Wednesday, my boyfriend has been known to say, "Oh my god, your hair smells amazing," and he doesn't often say that, but it's only when I've used this. What I do is in the shower, I will obviously shampoo my hair, usually after my clarifying, I will take a huge glob of this and I'll just like concentrate it through my ends and then work it up. And I bring it up quite close to my scalp, really, maybe 2 or 3 inches away, and I'll just kind of coat all the hair, clip it up, finish the rest of my shower, and then rinse it out. That's my usual treatments, but sometimes every 3 or 4 weeks I'll take a glob of it, put it into my freshly washed hair, wrap it in cling film, put a hot towel around it and leave it for a couple of hours, and even sometimes I sleep in it overnight and then I rinse out the next morning. So I find that keeps my ends in check, means you don't have to get your hair cut as often, and yeah, it just makes your hair feel really, really nice. When your hair is freshly washed and conditioned, I can absolutely recommend using an oil in your hair, like a serum or an oil. The one I use is the Chi Silk Infusion. I got this in America. I know it can be gotten in TK Maxx also. It's quite expensive. It's about 30 or 40 euro for this bottle, but this should do you maybe a year and a half, 2 years. It smells amazing. It smells like men's aftershave. Oh, it smells so good. And I only take a small little bit on my hand and then run it through my freshly washed hair that's wet, or you can use it in dry hair to give some shine, and just leave it be. And that can help also kind of seal the cuticles, or seal the ends of your hair so split ends don't have a chance to form. In relation to getting your hair cut, I have to disagree with what most people say, in that, oh, you should get your hair cut every 6 to 8 weeks. Now, in the last 2 years, I've had my hair cut 3 times. I just go for a winter cut and a summer cut, and that's just the way it's been. My hair isn't super unhealthy at the ends. It could do with a cut, but that's getting done next month, my winter cut. So that's my tip in relation to cutting, every 6 months, unless you're using heat treatments, and then you have to go every 2 or 3 months. Next is a scalp treatment. We've already spoke about clarifying, but a scalp treatment. And this is a very natural product, and it's coconut oil. What I do is, when my hair is already greasy, I take some of this coconut oil. It's solid at room temperature, but when you rub it between your palms, it becomes a really nice liquidy oil. So I take a glob of it, run it between my hands, warm it up, turn it into a liquid, and then massage it into my already oily scalp. And I concentrate at the scalp and then run it through the ends when I have some left over at the end. Really, really rub it in there, and the longer you can leave that in, the better. So overnight would be really, really good, but if you're conscious about your pillow getting all oily or your bed sheets getting oily, even if a couple of hours is fine, and then you shampoo it out. It can take 2 or 3 shampoos to get this stuff out, though, just be warned. And it leaves your hair feeling amazing. Alternatively, you can use olive oil the same way. I just prefer the coconut oil because it smells amazing. Next, this is going to be the real mammy side coming out in me. Drink loads and loads of water. I'm not very good at drinking water. I'm not really practicing what I preach, but you will notice if you drink 1.5 litres to 2 litres of water a day, your skin will be nicer, your hair will be nicer, your mood will be nicer, you'll feel better, feel more energetic, and it's just kind of a given. I had to put that in there because it just has to go in. Next, maybe you should consider getting a multivitamin. This is the one I choose. This is the Boots Pharmaceuticals probiotic with multivitamin. I just got the one with the probiotics because, you know, for girly reasons. Any girls out there probably know what I'm talking about. And I just take one of these a day, and I find it just gives you, if you can't get in a really good, healthy, varied diet like I can't, I just can't seem to do it, multivitamin is the way to go. If you think you have a really good diet as it is, loads of fruits, veggies, whole wheat, and I'm not a dietitian, but a really good varied diet, maybe you don't need the multivitamins, but just as a helping hand, I recommend taking a good multivitamin. So those are all of my tips. All of those combined should help give your hair like the perfect environment to grow to its fullest potential. If you have any more tips, please leave them down below, and I'd be more than happy to read them. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll talk to you really, really soon. Bye.